What up, Chris Carolan, the man who, more than anybody I've ever met, needs MAS as a middle name. You would be the ultimate. Christmas Carolan is just great. How are you, man?
It was better. I was better before you went there. The
Well,
Christmas jokes already.
we had to start. It's just around the corner, just like other things that are around the corner that get here on us too fast, like inbound in what, 3 days?
Yeah. 12, I think.
I don't want to misinform the people. I'm just not very good at math. Misinformation is not my intent. I should have paid more attention in algebra. Yeah, it's right around the corner, man. Are you packed, ready? Are you a early preparer, late preparer?
Come on. Like anybody who's done content with me knows I'm not much of an early preparer. So usually about half an hour before it's time to go, we get the suitcase out. And
half an hour.
Done. We get things done efficiently.
Gosh, that's terrifying. Yeah, crunch time or whatever it is. That's pretty terrifying.
Nothing drives activity like a deadline.
You are right. I am looking at, so that's not why we came to talk about this today. And I, for whatever reason, cannot look at this on screen and pull it up, but we want to talk about the move to the Frictionless Four for the Admin of the Year Challenge. There have been battles, there have been lives, there have been contests. I've hosted a couple shows. It's been pretty crazy, the amount of participation we've had. And there are 8 people, which will be dwindled to 4 today. I could probably move my mic over here so you can hear what I'm saying. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think it's only fair. Like since it was put out there on the public domain, let's make sure everybody's working with the same information, right? So the current state of things, as of about 9 hours ago, when James posted this post, right? Voting stats, the official voting doesn't end until I think 5 p.m. Eastern today, or 5 p.m. Central.
5 p.m. Eastern Central European Mountain Time.
But as of, I think, midnight.
But you were saying that you thought yesterday, and it reflected on the site, the bracket site, which we've unfortunately had a couple problems with, that it closed, and now it's back open. The point is, it's still open for voting. People go vote. It's still open for now. Some of the races, a lot of the ones from last week, are insanely close. I stay away from the information and votes because I have no self-control and would tell people, which wouldn't be fair. So I don't know what the results are. I do know that this post shows we need more votes.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I mean, it looks like safe gaps for most of the people highlighted in pink here. But yeah, tough sledding for Colton, man. 421 votes.
Yeah, 600 is
double the next competitor, and gets crushed still.
Crushed. Sometimes it's just about the matchup, man. I mean, college football starts back pretty soon, and matchups are odd sometimes. He's run a decent campaign. I did read a comment from Ellie that said, like, it's cute. I called my auntie, and I'm getting my cousins to vote. I don't know how big her family is.
She figured out how to play the game for sure. I got crushed by her last week, having not really a good idea of who she was, and I know who she is now, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
But this is just from around. I will say, you mentioned the gap, 108. The round of 32 to 16, I believe, or maybe it was 16 to 8. We had, the reason I made more videos than I was supposed to for that and sent like honorable mention ones to people is because those contests were decided within 20 minutes of the deadline. Like, nobody's going to vote. It's 11:30 p.m., whatever time it was. I'll just go ahead and work on this. And then lo and behold, there were upsets in the final hour. So CTA for this, a vote is a vote. Go use it.
Yeah, don't count your chickens yet, Amanda.
Right.
Kevin seems to be closest here, still within 25%. So I got to work on my my Wolf Blitzer and like pointing to these percentages. Take me back to like election night where how do you make percentage point changes interesting, right?
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, we need to figure that out. It's 25 votes in one. It's 160 votes, but that one has the. I think what you're saying is if Colton had gone against anybody else, he would be miles ahead.
Yeah.
That's luck of the draw sometimes, and he drew Ellie Javela,
Yeah.
whose name I
She's doing
cannot
something.
pronounce.
She figured out how to play the game, that's for sure. 602 votes. That's 4x what she had last week.
Right.
So she's in it to win it, as they say.
And the Rev Odyssey matchup was kind of cruel, right? I mean, they had to face each other, which again, luck of the draw. You had two people, 25% of the final 8 was from one org, which is pretty cool. They must be doing something over there. But only one could advance to the final. And these are not the final numbers. Just people watching this across the world now, wherever you are, the results are not final, not decided yet.
So if you see somebody like Casey Hawkins, who is not in a good position to win right now, but if you think you can go help her find, I don't know, 115 votes here, assuming Amy doesn't get any more. It's going to be, I think most of these things are pretty locked up, but we'll see. We'll see.
I want you to do something for me while you got your screen open. How can people go and vote? I should probably be telling people this since
they can go to
there we go.
The Supered. I think it's on the Supered site is the best way to get to it. Admin of the year voting, really easy to get to.
Adminplus.supered.io is the shortcut to get to this site.
There you go. And as you vote, because I'm sure this won't be the last time, this has been a fun competition to watch, but you can cast your vote. And I don't mind sharing. Actually, you don't see who I voted for here. But yeah, it's a pretty cool system, honestly, to just spin up brackets out of nowhere. But yeah, really easy to vote. I think the hard thing is like, maybe it's the easy thing, that you only have to vote for one person, but you're allowed to vote for all of the people involved. So
correct. You can vote one time per account, but you don't have to vote like in the round of 16 if you'd only had 4 people that you were colleagues with or knew or were friends or acquaint, whatever it is, that you didn't have to vote for the full 16. I would recommend voting, period. At least one. Everybody knows an admin that or not an admin. I want to get into that in a minute, but everybody knows somebody that helps make the org go round. And these 8 people, 4 of whom will advance, are certainly, fitting that criteria.
Yeah. And I think some good advice from James here as he was responding. Colton might have, peaked a little early. We'll see if Ellie is peaking early here, right? Because I think I think James was my pick at the beginning of the competition. Like he's like increased his follower counts like crazy over the last year. Just has a ton of I think swagger in the LinkedIn HubSpot world overall. So he's still my pick to take it all. I don't know if are you allowed to make picks? I think you're saying you're trying not to.
I am a fan of everyone. That's my stance.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like me. And I kind of did this, which I felt weird for, but like advocating for you, right? Like we have done this. We've been doing shows together for 6 months. No, not almost a year now, man. That's crazy. So do I have a preference, a bias? Obviously I worked with Cameron and Diana. I'm trying to remain Switzerland. But my CTA is to just go vote for your favorite, go and keep adding to the numbers. If you're asking me who I think will win, but just by these numbers, whoever comes up against Ellie is in deep trouble if she can maintain this kind of momentum and hasn't peaked, to your point. But I do think the matchup would be interesting because whenever your favorite, quote unquote, is out, do you now like aggregate towards making somebody else overtake who seems to be an unstoppable force at this point.
Yeah. And in theory, like if she is the best admin, there's probably a good chance that she's got some automation set up that these 600 votes are definitely happening again. And she's only going to add to it, right?
That would be brilliant. Yeah. Admin your way into the finals by just setting up something that helps you reach this number. That would be pretty wild.
Yeah. Make sure the people who voted in the 600 will vote next round. Here's a quick little email. Make it real easy to vote by just clicking on this button. I mean, you might as well at that point.
Giving people some ideas for sure. Yeah, that's great. Anything from this as the competition moves on that you've noticed kind of on a larger level? And the prompt, or I guess the inspiration for this question to you, who were you were in the competition, and you do a lot of this, and what we've been talking about for really the bulk of the last year more is getting content from the community. Now, this isn't what I think you had in mind necessarily, but it's like step zero. Just be on LinkedIn or be more available and contribute. That almost like knocks the cobwebs off or kills the imposter syndrome. I've seen a lot of that from people in this competition. And then subsequently, there were at least 1-2 really responses that were, I'm so glad this has happened. This has got more, like, I feel better about doing that type of response. Do you feel like that at all? Do you think people are, coming out of their shells? I don't know if that's the right term, but I think you know where I'm trying to go.
I think it's the exact right term. I mean, I meet so many people that like they know their stuff when it comes to HubSpot. When you're in a one-on-one conversation with them, and the moment you suggest, well, maybe you should share some of that on LinkedIn, it's like, oh, I'm not good on video. What? We're on video. Yeah. We're on video right now. It's just me and you. But yeah, and seeing people break out of their shell in that way, like some of the original 32 that made videos, right? Alexia was one of those. Really proud to see her make that video. And just seeing like, man, some of the people who got their teams involved, right? Like how powerful is that? That stuff does not happen. Like, yeah, the marketing team cannot make that stuff happen at those companies. But this kind of, right, this is what we talk about. The marketing, go to market, it's changing. Like if you can't find a way to just be human and show up for other humans, it's very hard to manufacture this kind of, energy and exposure, right? We were just talking about
advertising, is it not? I mean, that's
no, I just talked about
if you know nothing, you know that it's advertising yourself, your service, your like whatever it is that you bring to the table, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. Like sales nav and LinkedIn upgrade, like that aside, right? It doesn't really cost you anything. One of the things I will speak into, because I still do this to an extent, but Rachel L. Stowney, who we worked with for a time, and she was one of the people at Southbound, talked about producing people. If you can do it, you can help other people kind of lean into it. So I did that for a while. It is very difficult, and it's really weird. Some of the brightest people that I know, and you're excluded from this, and you'll see why. Not that you're not bright. I'm going to get out of this rabbit hole. Some of the brightest people I know that you would think have the most value and impact hate the camera, and it's red light phobia. So, I mean, I'll name drop Shadab Khan, right? Absolute brilliant human being. He does not like talking to a Loom video. He does not like talking on camera because it feels awkward to him. I'm the same way. That's why I feel like I can say that. But talking and having a conversation with another person that you then like play back or record, number one, it's practice. Like it helps build the habit. Two, anybody that's going to do that in this ecosystem is pretty smart and capable of solving problems that they see. So like watch the tape. But the third thing is, even if it's not video that you're necessarily showing up on, the impact of comments and responses, like being called other people, like you mentioned orgs and, people's teams getting on there. Karsten, I don't know if I've seen many videos from him ever, but his impact was monumental just by showing up and responding to people's problems. Like all of that wrapped in, the key thing is just like be present. Like be on platform and be, willing to show up.
Yeah. I think that hit me last year. Cause I was doing I did a week's worth during HubSpot Academy week. That was really the first time I did Let's Builds that included other people. I'd done some stuff with Max up to that point. But Max is like, that was not a hard get, right? He's already doing this stuff on LinkedIn. So he's always up for, another live. But like when it was Academy week, I was like, all right, let me reach out to some people. And one of those was Cody Lopez, who was actually in this competition until the last round. And we did the show, and seeing his boss, like the CEO, like the content, right? Not only from a consulting and like how you build relationships with clients perspective, but just like the power of Cody as, let's say, at the manager level, his CEO having something to like out in the open, right? Facilitating that with Cody, because Cody's like wasn't creating a lot of content, at least, right? At that time.
Right.
He's got this whole other like DJ life. But that connection, and I saw it with Cody, I saw it with Alexi, I've seen it. Helping people be themselves out in the open is really what we're trying to accomplish here, I think, in most cases, because yourself is the one with the expertise. It's not, the person who you think you need to be. But tell us what we're playing for here. Like what will admin plus of the year mean, and when will that be crowned? Is that going to be crowned at Inbound?
Yes, it will be. So it's diabolically genius. I think it will be crowned at Inbound at the Super After Party, which is on Wednesday, 9/3. Try not to mess up my dates here. Yeah, 9/3 Wednesday. Local editions right next to the Moscone Center. There you go. There's the invite. Shout out. Better be there. The weird, diabolically cool part is that voting is open almost until the announcement. So people can at Inbound, there may or may not be something to where
like
you're one of the top.
Like actual Wolf Blitzer situation.
Yes.
Like votes.
Yes. So the top two will be identifiable for sure. We may or may not have something to give them to do with that. But even up until the party, don't want to quote myself wrong on the time. Crispy, hopefully you're watching this and can hop in the chat. But almost up until the point of the announcement, people will be able to vote, like still. So not to sound like a pundit or what, every vote does matter. Every vote counts the entire time. I'm very excited for that. I thought it was going to be odd. I was like, what? Why would you? And then I thought about the potential for that idea, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like in no way, especially when almost all of the people in the top 16 are going to be there. Yeah, 100%. You need people doing like campaigning live. I think it would be great.
Yeah. 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 That's 7 to 10 on September 3rd, Wednesday night. I will be there for sure. I might be a little late, so I'm curious if you guys got a schedule or something of things that are happening, because I do have to represent, my fellow Inbound correspondents. That meetup is 6 to 8, so I'll be hanging out with that crew. But then definitely
put in a good word for me,
party,
because I will not be able to be there hosting the party. I don't know if there's a potential for me to stay right after booth closes and pop in and say hello and then leave, but set up and all that. Yeah, the schedule is be there early. First 200 people that are on site and come in get a swag bag while supplies last, supplies being 200 of them. Most of the announcements, so we have giant customized real life, I think they're like 30-pound belts. So the admin of the year gets a belt, bunch of cool stuff. That's on the site. We're giving somebody $10,000 for the Ask Elephant Super Pitch Contest. They get a title belt. The admin arena winner will be announced.
Oh, wow.
Also at the party, there is a chain, like a giant gold chain. Like you see football players and they're like, oh, that's the interception chain. We have one of those that has admin arena logo on it. I am dropping an album at the party. I mean, it's going to be unhinged beyond belief, but also it's a celebration. I mean, not to be corny or cliche. I love what Kevin Sundin said. Self-promotion is hard. Okay. That's our job now, right? Like we want to be champions of admin. And so the song and kind of the admin plus was partly based on what people felt. And is there a stigma? Is there not? I can see, kind of both ways. And so admin plus is like more than an ad. That is the entirety. It should be like this big culminating event where 7 to about 8 is doors open, give away all this stuff. 8 to 10, legendary dance party. If you've been to a super party, like the one we had last year, it's pretty wild. John Dick got dunked in the dunk tank that we brought last year at the party. It's going to be awesome.
Man, taking that West Coast party mindset seriously, I'm sure this year.
The water was freezing cold. I'm glad that I was more the host, MC, the person getting the balls for people to throw. But yeah, it was freezing cold. But what a good sport, though, also to come and, participate with us. Thought it was pretty cool for him to do that.
See on here a special guest. What's that about?
Special guest who?
I don't know. Just
You're trying to get me in trouble.
Special guest on the thing. Just curious.
We have tons of surprises, some of which I don't know where or if they have been announced or if I'm legally able to say them. So I'm just going to say.
I haven't seen it, so I'm not seriously asking you to answer that question. But it's hard to imagine like who that would be.
You just have to come and find out.
Yeah. I'm excited to have Kyle back today on the helpline. Right.
That he may or may not be a special guest. We can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, we know he's at Inbound.
Yes.
So
he's back. What are we talking to Kyle about today? I kind of want to get his initial opinion on, has he seen, even in his 1-2 days back? Is he back this week?
Yeah, he was back on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did the show with Max at the beginning of the week.
Speaking of showing up and trying to defeat the algorithm, I did not know that, and I've been on LinkedIn most of the week and had no idea. Didn't see that. Didn't see it. Crazy. I don't get it. I'm gonna not argue with it anymore. Yeah. But he is back. I'm interested to see his thoughts and his takes, and if he could weigh in on top 16, Elite 8, the Frictionless Four, and maybe give us his incredibly non-biased opinions on the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll see if I can surprise him if he jumps in like George did last week at the end of the show. But what can the top 4? Did you get to those songs?
Yes,
the top 8.
They are. Yeah, we've had some. I'm not going to call them difficulties. I'm going to call them a lot of ideas and a lot of finalization, and so they're halfway done. I wanted to send them all out, almost as like a thank you regardless type of measure, because there's not a huge video component to them. But yeah, custom songs for the Elite 8. Everybody gave me some idea of their musical preference, so another cool little thank you gift again, just for being awesome.
And what's the next level for the top 4? What's the more icing on the cake?
The top 4, I think once keeping up with all of the awards, gifts, swag, not royalties is the wrong word, but things that you get, and making sure that they're for the right contest, because we have the pitch competition going on as well, where we had planned to select a top 5, got a lot of submissions. We had to pick 6. I think the top 4 get custom stuff that they have to pick up at inbound, like from us, which is gonna be good. I also know they get to do, because I saw Amy Kant on a podcast, so getting to come on to Crispy's podcast, Crunch Time, and talk with him, kind of go through whatever is one of the things. Man, so many giveaways. And so many that I have forgotten because it's been a blur of swag, contest, promotion, jingle videos, all of that for the last month. For that, I apologize, but it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Bottom line is make it to the top 4 and you'll get something awesome.
All right. That's fair. Aside from, to Casey's point, like, is there anything else that matters besides the bragging rights? Right.
Frank will be disappointed in you, and then he'll forgive you immediately.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed in Frank. She delegated her campaign to Frank this week.
Frank.
And he didn't bring home the bacon.
He didn't bring home bacon at all. And that was my Kyle Jepsen alert timer, and he's not in the room, which is depressing. Yeah, the making it to the top, I think, is like obviously bragging rights. There's a belt, which is like one of the top things. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be. You will have been glad that you did it. And some of this stuff is like ongoing discussions of, can I say this? Is there like a year's worth of something giveaway? I don't remember what we were able to get because it's ongoing. But that's part of why I was like, I'll give a song, I'll do the video tribute, we'll post and promote across. And so I think one of the residual effects of this that's been.
I see you, Kyle.
Hello.
There he is.
Yeah.
My timer was like 30 seconds early, but it was pretty much on point.
Yeah. We surprised George last week. This is our little pregame that we started doing to talk about the admin plus of the year bracket. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good. I'm back, and I know nothing.
We've been Supert has done, in conjunction with Intro, we've done an admin of the year campaign where we started with 32, very March Madness bracketology style.
Okay.
We had the top 16. The Elite 8 are currently being voted on. Voting ends at 5 p.m. today for the final 4.
I do remember this. Yeah, this is going on before I left.
Yeah, it's been happening for quite a minute now.
Since March, I guess.
No, that was basketball, but we decided to bring that back and do the admin in the HubSpot ecosystem. Yeah, here we go. Chris is showing the visual. So Chris Carolan, we are joined by a top 16 finalist. He unfortunately was unseated last week by the person that is destroying their competition this week. But yeah, we've had over, Kyle, just for the numbers. All right, so we've had over 4,000 votes and over 2,200 people vote for an admin so far in this contest, and we're not even at the final 4 round yet.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I was very excited.
Cool.
And Ellie, man, community champion, just crushing. She's figured out how to play the game. So she's the odds-on favorite right now, assuming she's got to be using some admin skills, some workflows, something to be making sure the people around her it's easy for them to vote.
Yeah.
What if her secret was like, that's all Kyle did before he got back was just create a bunch of accounts and vote just for her? Like somehow that transaction happened.
We didn't actually have a baby over here. I just had to take a break that long to cast all these votes. You caught me. I'm sorry. Yeah,
caught you orange-handed.
Well,
it's okay.
There is the baby, so that story is not true.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, before we go too deep there, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up this broadcast. Refresh the page wherever you find us on the Profoundly page. Just stay tuned for just a minute. We'll be right back with the HubSpot helpline. Thanks so much.
See you in a minute.